Hello there gang, Devere here with another Pass Blast, in which we're playing a little bit of Venom, Codename Outbreak. To give it its full title, this is of course an FPS shooter back from 2001. It's probably its biggest claim to fame as it's developed by GCS Game World, who of course would go on to give us the Stalker series. So let's have a quick look at what we get option wise. Get some game options. Keyboard sensitivity. Blimey, that's old school enough. And some volume options. And graphic options. Very limited. And finally the controls, which of course are at least are all rebindable, and you can have secondaries. All nice, all good. This game did used to be able to be played co-op, but I see it uses Game Spy, so I'm going to guess that's all dead now. So this is probably best to treat it as a single player experience, as is often the way with a lot of these old games. So let's start a new game. So here you, depending on certain maps, you can start at day or night. You can change the difficulty as well. So let's have a look at the team. You can assign some team members. If they get killed in action, that's them gone for good. And also you can set some things like armament as well, but this gun doesn't support the shotgun. You'll see why when we get into the game why that is. So just leave that as is. You can also change armour. So that's the forest suit, good, we'll keep that. And some different camos. But we'll go for that one. So let's just start the game with and dive on in.
I don't like it. Be on your toes, lads. I don't want to tell you to shoot at anything that moves, but be ready for anything. We'll track you all the time, but if it gets hot, we won't be able to take you out of there quick. Count on your skill since you're professionals, damn it. Good luck. I'm sure you'll need it. Find out what the situation is. We must know what happened here. Don't fire until given the command. Look, there's something near the car. There's a cop over there. Maybe he will explain what's going on here.
Stop here. There is no need to move any further. We had some communication problems, but now everything is fine. Run away! Everyone is infected with those gases! We're under attack!
You target inside.
Well, spray and pray.
Damn.
So plot-wise, this is a kind of Aliens, futuristic kind of Triffids meets Alien. As you'll see as we play along, there was a meteorite storm that's dropped these things, these aliens, and we've been sent to investigate. Basically, that's the surmise of it. So, right click for it. Right click whenever you get a white box is interact. You also get third person or first person. You can also turn on a little handy camera. As well as your map, it just toggles between the two. And of course, as you see there, we get a team chum. Our AI team chum, who can be sort of controlled.
I need cover.
Roger that.
Go for it.
I cannot see anything.
Stand ground. Weapons free.
We'll go.
They're done by the F keys. Later on, you'll get a few more commands and context.
Go for it.
I cannot see anything.
That was one of the GSC's big attempts at selling points for saying how great the AI was, and no, it's not. Unfortunately, is when it gets a bit hectic on the combat, he has a tendency to run in front of you all the time when you're firing.
We must find out what's happened here. Gather disks, computers, notes, and other data sources. Move to the weather station rubble. Eliminate everyone showing resistance. Follow the target pointer so you do not lose your way.
So graphically, as you can see, it's definitely shown its age. It wasn't considered particularly outstanding back in 2001, of course. So here's our gun. It has different firing modes depending on what it's equipped with. Depending on which model of the gun you get, you have your laser, that's probably too far a distance for it. It's like a stealth, and it has no ammunition. Yeah, it's too far away.
I need cover.
Oops, I did that. This is a case for the sniper rifle. What? That was a headshot. Come on. Really? Alright, we'll go this way and try and take him out. I'm going to assume some of that barrier's blocking my shots. And as you can see there,
Guys, watch out. This zone is guarded by Marines and cops sent here a couple of days ago. Keep your eyes open.
being this is from the developers of Stalker, as you can imagine, the enemy AIs can be quite accurate at times. Yeah, it must have been that blocking my shots. Right. This is body gone. So our job at the moment is just to recon the area, find intel. Also watch when coming off of...
Researchers, buddy. We need any information concerning what's happening here.
Watch when coming off of high ledges.
Ruins of another block. There may be something valuable there.
This is just message logs, how it tells you a story. It's dropping off little ledges can sometimes cause you fall damage. Oops, talking of that, so we know what that is. Right, why it hasn't hatched, I don't know. So there's a good chance for the laser. And the amount of times you end up actually shooting your chum is incredible in this game. So it's semi sort of quite open levels a lot of the time. You can often move around in how you fancy. The game itself is pretty linear in the way of objectives and missions. So it definitely didn't kind of live up to its expectations or its boasts as far as the AI went. That's pretty fair to say, in all honesty. A lot of the time you're better off to leave them in a corner somewhere and try and clear out an area on your own. There we go. That's a bit better. That's what we were after. You'll see the zoom also has a kind of little audio thing. If they're talking you can hear them. It's quite a nice little touch. And let's see what intel we've got around here. Take those. Double click can be a little bit finicky at times. So unfortunately the game also has a few issues which we'll talk about just in a second.
Don't shoot. Please don't shoot. I'm not infected.
Guys, that's a doctor who survived. Take him to the evacuation zone. He may have something useful to tell us.
Follow me, Doc. Okay.
So you just right click on them for your context menu. I'm actually going to leave him here while we try and clear the area.
Stay here, Doc.
On the field research camp and the ruins of the third weather station block. There might be some research notes left lying around.
Because as mentioned, the AI, especially the ones with a sniper rifle, can quickly kill you. It can be, even on normal, the damage you can take can be quite... Oh, hello. Sort of swamp effect. Yeah, so it's still one of the things, this game, it definitely shows its stalker roots, or its GCSC roots. But even at normal, you can die quite rapidly. But, oh, it's a tree stump. I think I missed some info over here as well. Hello. Oh, did you get the other one? Did you get the other one or not? It doesn't tell you if he shoots the enemy or not. Yeah, there's another one of those. Just trying to shoot those little alien things that come out of there. Yeah, it can be quite challenging for sure. Come on, pick up the... Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Although you might have noticed I'm not using the SMG a lot. Come on, we'll drag and drop it. Will that work? Oh. I've got plenty of weight. Yeah, weight limit. I'll do it that way then. Right. So problem-wise, of course, the other thing that GCS Game World's games tend to be known for is, of course, bugs and issues. And this game has a few of those still available, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll read that later. It does have a few issues on that front. What's that? That's just background stuff. The first thing is you will need to download a copy of DG Voodoo to get it running. They're the little aliens, by the way, the attempts at face huggers. Because unfortunately, it's there's a lot of graphical corruption issues. Right, there's some stuff over there, but I'm not bothered about that. Pick that up.
Information on the alien organism has been discovered on this mini-computer. Data was successfully transmitted to the central computer.
Good for you, jolly show.
The results of the chemical composition of alien organism eggshell research have been discovered on this mini-computer. Data was successfully transmitted to the central computer. The results of the alien organism biological structure research have been discovered on this mini-computer. Data was successfully transmitted to the central computer.
I know, I need to tell you that every single time. But yes, so yes, you'll need to download a copy of DG Voodoo, extract it, find the folder marked MS, and the free files that are in there, you'll need to drop them into wherever you installed this game, or you will get graphics corruptions. Oh, hello. There's somebody here. Hence the rocking music. And there's I'll show you an alien quickly. There we go. So yes, it's not one of the better ports in that respect. Oh come on, I'm double clicking on. Hold on, it is definitely oh, it's sniper shells. Right. Let's go with that. So the game itself, yeah, it's definitely challenging. That's for sure. Because of the aimbot AI and the fact it can do quite a bit of damage quite rapidly. Well, alright.
Engage.
Okay.
Oh, wow, where did he come from?
I have a problem here.
Alright, sorted. Problem solved. And we can go back and get that scientist in a moment. So just be careful coming down slopes and dropping off little ledges. You often end up with full damage. So yeah, there's a few bug issues. In-game glitchiness. So it's tough and challenging. The semi-open nature is quite It's quite nice, right? I might as well.
Cover me.
Roger that.
Hold fire.
Right, put it in there. Oh, no, not hold fire.
As well.
We'll go.
Somebody's shooting at us. Huh. I'm not sure where this is coming from. See what I mean? There. Is that can't be him, surely. Come on. How many headshots did you want? Is that the chap who was shooting at us? And that was a guy without a sniper rifle. So
Charge.
I
Cover
can't see
me.
him.
Stand ground.
right, you stay here. I'm going to go get that scientist, and we're going to conclude our dealings here again because this is just about the end of this first mission. So it's yeah, it's got a few other niggles. Some missions run into each other. So like if you'll do one part, then it'll load up to the next part. Any of the stuff you find in between, such as med kits and such like that, often will not exist when you load into the next level. So there's some frustrations like that as well. And you can't rearm in between. You have to take off whatever stuff you find off of people you kill in the level. So there's a lot of game here. There's that thing again. I did misload stuff over. I'm not bothered about that. It's only intel. Doesn't affect the outcome of the game in any way. So, in fact, it has the
Follow me, Doc.
sort of semi-openish approaches to different levels, but then it's got old school AI in it. It will nail you quite hard. The bugs, the glitches, and the fact you'll need to download, and I'll put the links in the description down below as ever. I don't know why I physically pointed down there, because you know where to look in the comments, but I don't, you guys. Pretty sure you do. So yeah, it's this. So that is its big thing. It was developed by the old Stalker dev team, who of course are Ukrainian developers. And at this time, this was actually their second game. At the time, they were really big. Their first game was RTS Cossacks, a very big series that will eventually get on this channel. Big RTS games.
I need cover.
Roger that.
Oh come on, pick up the pace, son. We're just about done here anyway. Once we get down there, it's extraction and the mission's over. But yes, so it's not as terrible. But you're going to want to know where the quick save is, especially on some of the later levels, when you've got a lot of hostiles and only two of you. And as I've said, sometimes when you're trying to fight, your AI partner, the amount of times they'll run in front of you just as you're firing, and you'll end up whinging him yourself, is quite impressive. Although you can switch between the two. I mean, look at that. This guy's nearly only at 40% now. So it's got the intriguing weapon. It's got nice sort of things like, the scalable maps, the very basic commands of your team, of your AI partners. And it's a pretty decent game all in. It's just the bugs, the issues, and it's definitely not unless you set it onto like the easy arcade difficulty setting, it's certainly not a run and gun game. It's more tactical orientated. So anyway, gang, we'll conclude our dealings here. And so Venom Codename Outbreak definitely shows its GCSE game world roots. Let's put it that way. So anyway, I hope you found this video useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to let me know you're alive. I shall see you all next time. Bye now.